Hello guys, it's me. In my last video I showed you how I beat level 10 Aldo's sad ass, so in this video I'll try my best to give a guide on the deadliest deck I know. Well, a warning, I'm still exploring a lot of things here, so this is how I play in my own perspective, and I may do a lot of things wrong, so forgive me for that, and let's get into the video. Okay, so in the deck for a domain card, we'll be using the Rune of Glory, because it helps us reset the activation skill. Also, I'll be calling the active skill as activation skill. It's a mistake. For our core Echo, we'll be going for the Lioness of Glory. For our other two Echo who fight beside the Lioness of Glory is Karasaurus, because of course it buffs the team with its activation skill. And these two Echoes are two of the most important Echoes in the deck that will buff our entire team for a very long time. And these two are our novelty cards. We'll be using the Waystone card a lot because it grants 2 points of energy as its activation skill. Iron Hoof is also one of the important cards, which will duplicate our Waystone novelty card, which also helps us get almost unlimited amount of energy points. And these are our other cards that will help us gain points and also buff the entire team. Also, we'll be using Chisa as our duelist because she gives 1 card when used her skill. Now let's beat Sir Aldo's ass again. So here's what we're gonna do. We have 3 objectives. Unlock the Lioness of Glory in the first round, get as much as energy points as possible, and get as much as buffs as you can. To unlock the Lioness of Glory, we need to use activation skill 5 times. So since we don't need Iron Hoof right now, because it doesn't have any activation skill, we're gonna swap it out. First of all, we'll always use the domain card at the beginning. At this point, we'll try to get as much as energy point as possible, simultaneously activating the active skill for our core Echo. Using this card, we'll get a chance to choose between 2 novelty cards. I'm going to choose the Waypoint one because it will grant us 2 extra energy points. Then I'm going to use the Domain card's activation skill because that will reset the Waystone novelty card's active skill, allowing us to get 2 more extra energy points. When the card will disappear, we're going to use this card again to get the Waystone novelty card, which will again allow us to get 2 more extra energy points, simultaneously working as an activation of active skill for our core Echo. Now that we got our core Echo, we're gonna try to buff it as much as possible, and also when we get the Karasaurus on our hand, we're gonna try to place it on the field. When we'll see there's no other way to buff our team or put Karasaurus or any 3-star Echo on the field, we're gonna use Chisa's skill. Since we'll also have a lot of energy points in hand that time, use it to get buff cards. Let's talk about this pufferfish. This pufferfish not only buffs your team, but also allows you to quick deploy a 3-star Echo right from your deck. But you have to ensure the 3-star Echoes you want to deploy are not in your hand. If they're in your hand, then this pufferfish will not deploy any 3-star Echo. Also, it takes 8 of your HPs when deployed. So here, I'm gonna reconstruct 2 of my Karasaurus cards because they were in my hand. Now, I'm gonna deploy the pufferfish, which will let me quick deploy my Karasaurus. Here I'm using their active skill to buff the team. Okay, so when we'll get Iron Hoof in our hand, we're gonna use it to duplicate the novelty card Waystone. In that way we can get energy points. But remember, the novelty card has to be on the field at that time, or else there will be no option for duplication. After using Cheese's skill a bunch of times, I finally got Karasaurus. Now using the transport unit novelty card, I'm gonna quick deploy a 3-star record from my hand, that is Karasaurus. Okay, now that our lineup is done, let's talk about the loop. When Iron Hoof will be in our hand, we'll use the card to duplicate the novelty card Waystone. In that way, we can get extra energy points. And then after that, we're gonna use Cheese's skill if there's no buff cards in our hand at the moment. When we'll get the buff cards, we're gonna use their active skill to buff the entire team. We'll do this again and again until we have our desired result. If we want to beat our opponent in round 2, I'll suggest doing the loop until every card's damage is equal to 30 or 40. If you're still watching the video, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know if I was able to explain everything correctly because English is not my first language, of course, duh. That's all for today, and see you in my next video.